This is Vera Farmiga's luxury lifestyle, and it is not what you think it is. Vera is an Oscar-nominated actress who is legendary in the horror genre. This is her version of luxury that isn't about opulence, but about heart-rooted choices, goat farms, and musical reinvention. This will be interesting. The pages of People magazine, Deadline, and Hollywood Reporter reveal her luxury being made up of goat-spun yarn, cinematic endurance, and soul music. Stick around to the end for her interpretation of musical reinvention. Before she became a household name with acclaimed roles in The Departed, Up in the Air, and the Conjuring franchise, she was a determined young actress carving her path throughout the 1990s. Her professional career began on stage. In 1996, she made her Broadway debut in Ronald Harwood's Taking Sides, appearing alongside Ed Harris and Daniel Massey. The experience was formative, introducing her to the discipline of theater and sharpening her skills as a performer. That same year, she joined the New York City theater scene more broadly, performing in productions that highlighted her range and versatility. By the late 1990s, she transitioned into television. In 1997, she landed her first major screen role in the TV movie Rose Hill, opposite Jennifer Garner. The following year, she earned a recurring role on the action-adventure series Roar, which also featured a then-unknown Heath Ledger. Although the series was short-lived, it gave her valuable exposure and introduced her to a wider audience. Her momentum continued with appearances on network television, including guest roles in popular shows such as Law & Order. These roles helped her develop on-camera confidence while laying the groundwork for future opportunities. Toward the end of the decade, she began breaking into film. In 1998, she appeared in the drama Return to Paradise, and soon after, she earned recognition for her subtle, emotionally rich performances in independent projects. Her film work at this stage showcased the intensity and authenticity that would later define her career. By the close of the 1990s, she was no longer just a theater actress testing the waters of television and film. She was an emerging talent poised for a breakthrough in the new millennium. The 2000s were a defining decade for her, a period when she transitioned from a rising actress to one of Hollywood's most respected performers. After making her early mark in the late 1990s, the new millennium gave her the roles that would establish her reputation for emotional depth and fearless performances. Her first major breakthrough came with the 2004 independent drama Down to the Bone. Playing a working-class mother struggling with drug addiction, she delivered a raw, uncompromising performance that earned her the Special Jury Prize for Acting at the Sundance Film Festival. Critics praised her intensity and authenticity, cementing her as a talent to watch. This recognition opened the door to bigger projects. In 2006, she appeared in Martin Scorsese's The Departed, opposite Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon. As psychiatrist Madeline Madden, caught between the film's warring leads, she held her own against Hollywood heavyweights. The film's critical and commercial success significantly raised her profile worldwide. The late 2000s brought more prestigious roles. She starred in The Boy in the Striped Pajamas in 2008, portraying a German mother blind to the horrors surrounding her family during World War II. Her nuanced performance further demonstrated her ability to bring humanity to complex, morally conflicted characters. In 2009, Farmiga reached the pinnacle of her 2000s career with Up in the Air, opposite George Clooney. Her portrayal of Alex Gorin, a charming yet emotionally guarded businesswoman, earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, as well as Golden Globe, BAFTA, and Screen Actors Guild nominations. This role not only marked her arrival in Hollywood's elite circle, but also proved she could balance mainstream appeal with critical acclaim. By the end of the decade, Vera had firmly established herself as a powerful, versatile actress, one ready to take on leading roles. Make sure to watch all the way through. You won't believe what we found about her new music endeavors. The 2010s marked her transformation from a respected actress into a household name, as she balanced critically acclaimed television work with box office dominance on the big screen. At the start of the decade, she moved behind the camera for the first time. In 2011, she directed and starred in Higher Ground, a drama exploring questions of faith and identity. The project earned strong reviews at the Sundance Film Festival and showcased her ability not only to perform, but also to shape stories as a filmmaker. Her career reached new heights in 2013 when she took on the role of Lorraine Warren in James Wan's The Conjuring. The supernatural thriller became a global hit, grossing over $300 million worldwide and launching one of the most successful horror franchises in cinema history. Her sensitive and grounded portrayal of the real-life paranormal investigator, alongside Patrick Wilson, gave the series its emotional core. She reprised the role in sequels throughout the decade, including The Conjuring 2 in 2016, further cementing her as a queen of modern horror. That same year, she made a major impact on television with Bates Motel. From 2013 to 2017, she starred as Norma Bates, the troubled yet loving mother in the reimagined prequel to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Her layered performance earned her a Primetime Emmy nomination and widespread acclaim, proving her versatility across mediums. In addition to franchise work, Farmiga appeared in a wide range of films, from the political drama The Frontrunner to blockbusters like Godzilla, King of the Monsters in 2019. By the end of the 2010s, she had established herself as both a critical darling and a box office force, seamlessly moving between independent projects, television, and Hollywood franchises. The 2020s have been a decade of reinvention and continued success for her, as she built on her established reputation while exploring new creative avenues in film, television, and streaming. She entered the decade with momentum from her horror legacy, reprising her role as Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It in 2021. Despite pandemic-era challenges, the film grossed over $200 million worldwide, proving the enduring power of both the franchise and her emotional presence at its core. Beyond horror, she expanded into the superhero universe with Marvel's Hawkeye series in 2021, playing Eleanor Bishop, the enigmatic mother of Kate Bishop. The role introduced her to a new generation of fans and showcased her ability to bring depth to morally complex characters. She also continued to explore streaming projects and limited series, appearing in dramas that allowed her to balance prestige storytelling with mainstream appeal. She maintained her passion for independent film as well, often choosing roles in smaller, character-driven stories that highlighted her nuanced range. Behind the camera, she has remained committed to creative exploration, continuing to develop projects as both an actress and a producer. Her choices in the 2020s reflect her versatility, moving seamlessly between blockbusters, television, streaming hits, and indie films. Now firmly recognized as one of Hollywood's most reliable and respected talents, Vera's career has proven that she is more than just the face of a franchise. She is a dynamic force who continues to evolve with every new project. Keep watching, because the best part's at the end. Discover her unexpected reinvention from actress to songstress. Before she became widely recognized as one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, she experienced her first high-profile romance with French actor Sébastien Roche. Their relationship began in the mid-1990s, at a time when both were still shaping their careers in television and film. The two shared a passion for acting, creativity, and travel, and their bond quickly deepened. In 1997, they tied the knot, marking the beginning of her first marriage. Unlike many celebrity couples, they preferred to keep their relationship private. While he was known for his roles in projects like The Last of the Mohicans and later The Vampire Diaries, and she was beginning to gain recognition for her work in independent films and television, the couple rarely sought attention for their marriage. Instead, they built a quiet life together, balancing their professional ambitions with the intimacy of their personal relationship. However, as her career began to accelerate in the early 2000s, with more demanding roles and time spent away on sets, the couple faced challenges. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with the natural strains of any young marriage, eventually led to their separation. After 4 years together, the couple divorced in 2004. Though their marriage ended, it marked an important chapter in her romantic journey. Her relationship with Sébastien was her introduction to the complexities of love under the pressures of a growing career. She met Ren Hawkey through mutual friends in the mid-2000s, and their connection was instant. Ren, best known as the keyboardist for the industrial rock band Dead Sea, shared her passion for creativity, but more importantly, he shared her values of privacy, grounded living, and family. Their bond deepened quickly, and in 2008, they married in an intimate ceremony, far removed from Hollywood fanfare. For her, who had previously experienced the challenges of a young marriage, her partnership with Ren was different. Their relationship was built on mutual understanding and support. While her acting career soared with acclaimed performances in films like Up in the Air and the Conjuring franchise, He stepped away from the music industry to focus on family life. This balance allowed her to pursue demanding projects, knowing her home life was steady and supportive. The couple soon welcomed 2 children, son Finn in 2009 and daughter Gitta in 2010. Parenthood brought them even closer, and together they chose to raise their family in Ulster County, New York, on a farm surrounded by goats, chickens, and gardens. This rural lifestyle reflected their shared desire for simplicity, away from the chaos of Los Angeles. For them, romance is not about glamour or red carpets, but about shared chores, raising children, and nurturing a life rooted in authenticity. Vera often credits Ren with being her anchor, a steady presence who gives her the space to thrive artistically. Their relationship thrives not in the spotlight, but in the quiet strength of daily partnership, proving that true love can flourish when built on trust, respect, and shared values. Don't go anywhere. We've got something great coming up, all about her musical reinvention, which started in 2024. She leads a life far removed from the Hollywood spotlight when she retreats to her farm in Ulster County, New York. Tucked away in the scenic Hudson Valley, her home is not a glamorous Beverly Hills mansion or a sprawling modern estate, but rather a rustic goat farm that perfectly reflects her earthy spirit, love of nature, and desire for a grounded family life. Life on the farm moves at a very different rhythm from the fast-paced demands of the entertainment industry. She and her husband, Ren, along with their 2 children, have embraced the farmstead lifestyle with open arms. Instead of red carpets and flashing cameras, her mornings begin with the sound of goats bleating, roosters crowing, and the tranquil hum of country life. She once described herself as someone who has always preferred authenticity and simplicity, and the farm gives her that balance, providing both a refuge from fame and a source of joy in its humble routines. The centerpiece of her farm is, of course, her herd of goats. For her, raising goats isn't just a quirky hobby, it's a passion. The animals provide milk, which can be used to make cheese and soap, and they embody a sense of self-sufficiency that she deeply values. Tending to them requires patience, care, and daily responsibility, qualities that she carries from her life as a farmer into her work as an actress and director. She often jokes that goats are both stubborn and affectionate, much like people, and spending time with them has only reinforced her appreciation for the natural world and the cycles of life. Beyond the goats, her Ulster County property is a small but vibrant ecosystem. The family tends to chickens for fresh eggs, keeps gardens that produce organic vegetables, and grows herbs that find their way into home-cooked meals. She has spoken about how much she loves getting her hands dirty, whether it's planting seeds in spring, harvesting tomatoes in summer, or preparing hearty soups in the colder months. Farming connects her to the earth in a way that acting never could, grounding her in something real and enduring. For her children, life on the farm is equally enriching. Instead of being surrounded by paparazzi and Hollywood excess, they are growing up with fresh air, open land, and meaningful responsibilities. Chores are a family affair, with everyone pitching in to feed the animals, gather eggs, or tend the garden. Vera believes this kind of upbringing teaches resilience, empathy, and a respect for the land, values that she hopes will carry forward into her children's futures. The Ulster County farm is not just a home, it's also an artistic retreat. She has often said that being surrounded by nature gives her clarity and inspiration for her creative work. Whether she's preparing for a demanding role or developing a project as a director, the farm acts as a sanctuary where ideas flow naturally, away from the noise of Hollywood. The stillness of the countryside helps her recharge emotionally, ensuring that when she returns to the set, she does so with renewed focus and energy. Neighbors and locals know her not just as the Hollywood star, but as a fellow resident who values community. She is often spotted at local markets, chatting with farmers, and supporting small businesses. Despite her fame, she blends seamlessly into the area, embodying the down-to-earth spirit that the Hudson Valley is known for. Vera's life on her Ulster County goat farm is a story of balance. It's about finding peace in simplicity, choosing authenticity over spectacle, and nurturing both family and land with care. In an industry where so many stars live in excess, she has chosen a path that reflects her truest self, one where the laughter of her children, the bleats of her goats, and the beauty of the seasons mean more than any award or headline. Her farm is not an escape from who she is. It is the heart of who she is. You'll want to see what happens at the end, trust me. It is where you will discover her new music endeavors. The Conjuring Last Rites is the final case in Ed and Lorraine Warren's career in the Conjuring franchise. She and Patrick Wilson have portrayed the real-life couple and paranormal investigators since the haunting first installment in 2013. Last Rites was to be their final outing. Their friendship predates the franchise as she directed Patrick's wife, Dagmara Dominsik, in the 2011 drama Higher Ground. She considers him a great friend whose sense of humor is the holy water to her hot mess. He has been able to make her giggle time and time again. They have grown up together, and while they don't actually spend much time together outside of filming, they just pick up where they left off once they get commissioned to do another franchise entry. When the filmmakers proposed flashback scenes for Last Rites, she insisted that younger actors be cast to portray the Warrens in their earlier years. Instead of relying on Hollywood's increasingly popular digital de-aging technology, her reasoning was simple but powerful. Performance should never be sacrificed for visual trickery. While CGI de-aging can create a younger appearance, she believed it could not fully capture the nuances of youth, the physical energy, body language, and subtle innocence that only a younger actor can bring. For her, cinema is not just about spectacle, but about truth in performance. By casting fresh talent, the flashbacks would feel more genuine, giving audiences a deeper emotional connection to Ed and Lorraine's journey. Last Rites roared into theaters on September 5, 2025, and sent an electrifying jolt across the box office. Opening day alone, the film claimed $34.6 million, instantly becoming the #1 release that weekend. By weekend's close, it had amassed a staggering $83 million domestically, marking not only the franchise's biggest debut ever, but also the third highest September opening in box office history and one of the largest ever openings for a horror movie. The film also shattered genre records, earning $14.3 million from IMAX screenings, setting a new domestic IMAX opening milestone for horror. Industry insiders dubbed it the biggest horror premiere of 2025, eclipsing even The Nun from 2018 by 54% and ending the 4-week streak of the previous box office leader. This explosive performance didn't just benefit the film itself, it signaled a broader resurgence of the theater business. Last Rites helped push the 2025 horror genre total past $1 billion domestically, revitalizing what was shaping up to be a lackluster fall movie season. Internationally, it added another $104 million, pushing its global total to roughly $187 million. When Last Rites landed in Indian theaters, it did more than scare up audiences. It shattered expectations. On opening day, this horror finale raked in an impressive $2 million, surpassing even Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning, which had dominated earlier in the year with $1.9 million on its debut day. It didn't stop there. Across its opening weekend, the film amassed over $5.7 million net in India, firmly establishing itself as the biggest Hollywood opener of 2025. That's a powerful statement. This horror flick leapt past not just Mission Impossible, but also Hollywood staples like Jurassic World, Rebirth, and F1, which had been strong performers earlier this year. The Conjuring Last Rites didn't just close a beloved horror saga, it exploded onto screens with record-breaking force, reaffirming the Conjuring universe as one of Hollywood's most formidable and reliable franchises. What we reveal at the end might just surprise you. Here is her musical reinvention that started in 2024. Beyond Hollywood, she has carved out a second artistic identity, this time as the lead singer of her band, the Yagas. The Yagas was named after the legendary Slavic folklore figure Baba Yaga, believed to devour the souls of the newly deceased to safeguard the fountains of life. The band was born out of her desire to reconnect with the cultural songs of her childhood. Growing up in a Ukrainian-American household, she was immersed in traditional music, choirs, and folk rhythms from an early age. With the Yagas, she brings that influence to the forefront, blending folk traditions with modern sounds, creating a unique and soulful fusion. Formed in 2023, the Yagas consisted of her in the vocals, her husband Ren in keys, Jason Bowman in drums, Mark Visconti in guitar, and Mike Davis in bass. The band took shape after its 5 members met at Rock Academy, a Woodstock-based music school run by Jason. and discovered an undeniable musical chemistry after playing together in the adult program of the school. In October 2024, the Yagas debuted with a single titled The Crying Room. The song was something of a prog metal beast, big on atmosphere, epic on scale, and stout of heart. The band followed this up with a second single titled She's Walking Down in February 2025. She wrote the song as a way to alleviate her fears of child trafficking that she had been dreaming about. Released in April 2025 was the band's first album, Midnight Minuet. Produced by her husband Ren, the 10-song collection has been hailed as an unexpected masterpiece, a spellbinding sonic journey, and a delectable combination of sounds that might be considered as one of the best debuts of 2025. To complement the release of the Conjuring Last Rites' harrowing tale, the Yagas released their new single, Illusion, a haunting track featuring Finn Hawkey, her and Ren's son, on cello. Since their debut, the Yagas have amassed over 3 million collective streams and views and earned praise and support from various music magazines, including Revolver, Metal Hammer, Classic Rock, among others. Currently, reliable estimates suggest Vera's net worth hovers around $10 million. This figure reflects over 2 decades of dedicated work across film, television, and even behind the camera. Vera is proof that talent, resilience, and authenticity go hand in hand with lasting achievement in the entertainment world. Watch the next video on cue for a look at the lifestyle of a rich and famous celebrity who might turn out to be your favorite.